Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. Today I'm going to teach you a lesson that will help you lose weight as fast as possible. And so it's based off a YouTube comment that I got. Thank you so much for asking questions in the comment section. You know, this channel is still small enough for me to get to all the comments. Sometimes the notification messes up. But if I see a good question that's relevant to the channel, I will make a video explaining it. So please keep them coming. It helps me, help you. Okay, so the comment was for someone named AG. That it says something about something else. And then Uncommon Sense. I already saw your video about the best in terms of sustainability fasting routine. But I wonder if it wouldn't make sense to do more and or longer fasts, especially for morbidly obese people. Like doing a longer fast, train, refeed, do it again. The so-called rolling fast, that expression that I cringe at and I don't know why exactly. It just sounds weird, rolling. But maybe with some breaks in between to not shut down metabolism. I know you were talking about this in that one video. Great work, by the way. Much love from Germany. So, yeah, first of all, like, if you're not morbidly obese or whatever, because I'm going to answer the question, but I'm going to make points that applies to everyone when it comes to weight loss and just making progress with something in general. But so, first of all, I can just speculate because I'm not morbidly obese and have never been, so I can't exactly know what that's like and how things would work differently then. But I know in my experience, for instance, that the more body fat you have, the easier it is to put on muscle while eating in a calorie deficit because the body can more easily make up missing calories from your own body fat. That's something I've seen with myself, but mostly with clients, you know. So it would make sense that someone who is carrying more body fat would be able to fast for longer without shutting down their metabolism. Since the body apparently seems to be able to tell that you have more excess energy to eat from in that, building muscle in a deficit example, it would make sense that it's the same for just fasting and losing weight. Although I will say it will always, the metabolism will always slow down more as you fast more, but maybe the rate, the rate of that happening will be slower if you have more body fat. But the thing is here, so look, it would maybe make sense for very, very overweight person to, if possible, sometimes do a longer fast. And what I suggested in that video, my best fasting routine for everyone that I think is a weekly fast of 48 to 72 hours. And maybe a very, very overweight person could at some point do longer fasts, but I don't think that should be part of the routine though still. That would be something like just taking the chance, I don't know. I'm off a week, I'm going to my summer house or whatever for a week, and I'm gonna actually do a 1 week fast when I do that. But then I go back to the other routine. That could make sense as a little boost to the fat loss, but so screen is shut down. It always takes forever to come back because I want to read exactly what it said. But the thing is, I recommend that you have to think. I'm not talking down to you, AG, who wrote this comment, because you had a very nice tone. It's not a dumb question or anything, but I want to tell you like it is, what you need to hear here, and what a lot of people need to hear. I think sometimes, especially very overweight people, it becomes almost like a fetish to speculate, like not sexual fetish obviously, but like speculate what would be the best way to lose weight. Like, yeah, I know you talked about that weekly fast, but wouldn't it make sense to do fast often or for longer if you're overweight? And it's like, yeah, have you tried both of these and determined for you which one are you currently taking on, And very often you're not doing anything. It's like it's that paralysis by analysis thing, that you sit and do I could lose weight really fast if I did this, but maybe if I did this I could lose it even faster. But it's like, isn't that completely uninteresting if you're not doing anything to lose weight right now, right? And so the point I want to make here, because the point there was, AG called it, in terms of sustainability, that I recommend this weekly 48 to 72 hour fast. Well, it's both that, of course, and that's what I'm going to make the main point about then. But for instance, what was described here, like doing a longer fast, train, refeed, do it again. The thing is, even though I think you can The more fat you have and the less adapted you are to weight training. I think you can have doing fasts at some points, and you can still make progress, like muscle building wise, because it's going to be very difficult doing that as you're lean and has made some progress already. But I think you could, if you train and eat, properly, eat enough protein on the other days that aren't your 48 to 72 hour fast. I think you can gain some muscle and then cut fat with the fast. But doing something like a long fast, and training and refeeding and doing it again, you have to understand that just because it's easier in certain situations to like build muscle and burn fat, the body, you can't just like flip switch like this. I'm in a super catabolic state. I'm fasting for like 5 days, 0 calories, the most catabolic state you can be in, And then I just turn on the anabolic switch by eating and training, and next day I go back to this super catabolic stage again. You unfortunately can't just flip the switch that much. There is some, you can combine some like fat catabolism with muscle anabolism, but doing something this extreme, I just don't think that's a way to, like, when I've cut earlier, when I still did back-to-back fast that I won't be doing anymore. No, if I did some experiment, but it wouldn't be the routine I pick to cut. But when I've done that, like 72-hour fast and break it, and I've trained full body and then do a 48-hour fast, the purpose of the training then is just maintaining muscle mass. It's not that I expect to make any gains there. So you see, it's not only in terms of sustainability that I recommend this routine with a weekly fast. It's also because it's going to be very hard with chaining fast like this to get any results from the training. And so, but on the sustainability point, and again, like fetish, dreaming about, this fat loss routine, but maybe if I did this, it would be even faster. But what if I did this even faster, The thing is, sometimes the fastest way is the way that gets you there. If it's something seems faster but it doesn't get you there, then it's not faster, right? A good analogy for this would be you see a target, you're gonna go. In the distance, there's a tower. Let's say you're going to this tower for some reason, and there's one straight path, just goes there, and there's one that goes like this, and you're like, obviously I take this straight path because it's going to be much faster, I'll get there in much less time. But then as you start walking, it's like all muddy and you sink down, you get stuck, and you even, well, fuck this, I turn around. You're not you have not moved any closer to your goal at all. But maybe that path that just it looks longer, there's no mud there, and you can keep walking on it and you will reach your goal, then that was the fastest way. Do you understand? There's a word that doesn't really exist in English, like a detour would be the closest word to the Swedish word I'm thinking about. But sometimes what looks like a detour is the shortcut, because it is the shortcut. What would that be? The fastest way possible, right? So if it's the only way, it is the fastest way. It is a shortcut by definition. So this is what the point I want to make in this video, that the fastest way to lose weight is the fastest way that you can do sustainably. Like, how many people, if we talk about that kind of routine, fast long, it's not specified, but if it's compared to the 48 to 72 hour fast, let's say at least 5 to 7 day fast, how many people would be able to consistently fast for like 5 to 7 days and eat and train when they break the fast? And then do that again, while going about their life, working, picking up kids from school, or whatever you have to do in your life, It's not many that could do that. But how many could do one weekly 48 to 72 hour fast? Probably a lot of people could do that. So do you see, this is the thing. This is the thing. Sustainable, it's not in terms of sustainability. Sustainable is the fastest way. If it's unsustainable, how could it be the fastest way, So look, if you want to do something more aggressive than my routine there, that I said, with a weekly 48 to 72 hour fast, well, try that. But if you keep failing at it, this is how progress is made. We have to expect to fail. That's one thing. No one is perfect. No one just does everything right from the start. You have to make mistakes and learn from them. But if you try to do something more aggressive than that, and you keep failing over and over, then you'd be like, okay, how can I turn this down a notch? How can I turn this down a notch? and try, and you know, you start fasting less frequently, or you shorten the length of the fast. Maybe you fail again, and maybe eventually you end up with my routine there, and that's what works for you. But look, for some people that wouldn't even work at all. Then maybe you have to backtrack even more, try one meal a day or something. But what I'm going to teach you is that, like, it seems, because you have all these theories, but I'm going to look, I'm going to do it this time, you know, this time I'll get through with my super aggressive routine. But you know, so many times you end up not doing that. I've experienced that with clients, that they fail their fast, and then they start like, well, I'll compensate by doing this even longer fast. They never succeeded with that. It's more like, no, now we have to try something less aggressive. So a story that isn't about weight loss per se, but I will end this video, is that many times when you stare yourself blind at something, I wish I could do that because I'd lose weight so fast. Forget about that, because you can't do that. So you won't lose weight fast doing that, because you can't do that, you know. But many times when you follow the routine that you can actually follow consistently, the results are going to come faster than you think. So an example I have that, again, isn't about weight loss, but just make the point about progress. You know, I for a long time wanted to learn a front squat. So when you have the bar here, because I'm strong in the squat, then I think it's a cool exercise. And so I hit a goal in December here of doing a 140 kilo front squat, which I have surpassed. Did a 151, but I mentioned that because like 1.5 years before hitting 140 kilos, that was something I had in my mind, that if I could do 3 plates on each side, 140 kilos, that's like 315 for Americans. So that would be really cool, and I think I could do that. That was something I visualized for 1.5 years before that happened. But what I got in my own way, because I was comparing the front squat to my back squat all the time, and it's a painful, uncomfortable position with a bar here. And every time I tried it, I was like, I was so annoyed that it started hurting and feeling uncomfortable here way before that was the limiting factor. That hurt and was a problem way before my legs were fatigued. So I always ended up like, fuck it, I'll just do the back squat instead. But so when I finally accepted this and was like, okay, I'm gonna have to not train my legs as hard on the front squat while I get used to this. And I started doing that, just working myself up to the heaviest weight I could tolerate here. I did on my leg workouts. Then it didn't even take 2 months until I hit my 140 kilo front squat, and I'd been thinking about this for almost 2 years before. So do you see, it looked to me like there's so much in the way. I won't have to, fuck it, let's not even do it then. But then when I did the routine, you know, that I needed to do to get there, didn't even take that long time. So that's the point I'm going to bring. Stop fantasizing about what would theoretically be the West way. That's uninteresting. Do what you can do sustainably to lose weight, and then when you accept that and follow that consistently, it's going to go faster than you'd imagined. Just not compared to some made-up example that it's made up because it's not happening. So please, guys, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this, and please like the video. All comments and likes help support the channel, so I appreciate it a lot. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, Uncommon Sense takes on a wide variety of subjects. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Peace.